Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy April 2nd. It's your girl Saran here live and in color on a Wednesday night. Oh Lord, I don't know what day of the week is. Anyway, it is Financial Literacy Month. And so I made a commitment to my audience and to my friends and family and to myself, frankly, to go live every day this month and bring you tips and tricks and financial information that you can use because, quite frankly, we need financial information right now. So, this month, we're going to talk a lot about different areas of finance. I want to talk today about why, what you should be doing with your finances, 6 tips for making a financial plan. In a nutshell, I'm going to keep it short. We won't be here long, but I want to bring you these tips because it is so important for us to get involved in our finances. And so I'll give you a couple of seconds for people to come. I see you making me healthy on Instagram. Welcome, welcome. I see a couple of you here live on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome, welcome. And so today we're going to just talk about quick 6 tips for making a financial plan. So let's start here. The big thing is, one, we want to set our goals. We want to set goals. Some of us have goals to have emergency funds. Some people want to build their credit. Some people want to pay off student loans. Some people want to learn to live within their means. But what is your goal? I can't define your goal for you. You have to define it. What is your financial goal, right? Some of us, there's a lot of changes going on in the world. And so many people are looking to streamline their finances and get out of debt. But again, that's the number one thing you want to do of the 6 tips. One, you want to set some financial goals for yourself. Number two, you want to understand your expenses. You want to know what you have coming in. So, what are all your resources? What's your income? What are your expenses? What assets do you have? What liabilities do you have? And putting them on paper and starting to understand what the financial terms are, like net worth, your income minus your expenses, and assets. Are your assets liquid, meaning you can trade them in for cash immediately, or are your assets something that will take time to grow where you can have cash come out of it? Number three, you want to analyze your monthly cash flow. So many of us do not look at our monthly cash flow. We just kind of go under the assumption that everything is going smooth, nothing needs to change. You really need to be an active participant in your finances. And so take a look at what your monthly cash flow is, how much is coming in, how much is going out, and take a look at reducing expenses. One of the things I know I've done in my personal finances and in my business finances, more my business finances, is take a look at what I'm spending money on. How am I using those resources? How am I leveraging those expenses? Is this something I have to have? Is this a want? Is this a need? Is this a nice to have? Is this necessary for me to spend this money on a regular basis? And you have to think about it. There are a lot of tools out there to do it, and a lot of them are free. I know one of the free ones I use is Rocket Money. I put all my personal expenses in it. Now you do have to connect your accounts to it so it can give you something to look at, and it's going to tell you about subscriptions and this and that. But you'd be amazed to see how much money you have going out that maybe you forgot about going out, right? Number four, the fourth tip you want for this month is you want to update your budget. Do you have a budget? Most people don't. And by budget, I mean something on paper, on a real piece of paper, or in an Excel spreadsheet, or in an app, or somewhere where you know when you get paid or you have income coming in, whether through business income or W-2 income, that you're going and looking at your expenses, looking at when they're due, looking at your income, and you're actually planning it out, right? A good rule of thumb for your budget is 50% should be spent on needs, 30% on wants, about 20% for savings and investments for the future. And it's just a rule of thumb. Again, it's not hard and fast. Really, your finances should be tailored to what you want. So don't let some financial guru tell you that you have to do it a certain way. But you do need to have a budget or a spend plan so that you know how it's going to go. 5, this is one of my biggest pet peeves, and I talk about this, you got to tackle high interest debt. Why? Because interest is slowly killing us. It is killing our future finances. It is stealing our wealth, and we're not even getting any products or services for it. That's just a fact. If you look at your credit card interest rates, go to the back of your credit card statement, which you have to now click, go online, log in, find the PDF, and scroll to the backs. And a little teeny box in the back is going to tell you your interest rate is 39% or 29%. And you use your cards all the time. And I'm quite sure you didn't want to pay 29% or 30% or 39% or even 15% on whatever your last purchase was, right? Especially if you were using it to eat, or what I call things that you can't replace: food, fun, and fashion. I know you don't want to do that. But putting a plan together, this is actually one of my specialties. One of the things that I help people with. There's a couple different ways to look at it. You can do the avalanche method, where you're taking the biggest debt and paying that down first. You don't get any immediate results because the big debts are the big debts. And then the snowball method, you're going to take the smallest debt and you're going to pay that. You get an immediate one because your smallest debt you could pay off really fast, and you can have the excitement of paying that off. But the thing is that both methods lack the one thing that I know that I offer my clients, which is the ability to pay down your debt and accumulate wealth simultaneously. So that's something, if you are interested in being able to pay off your debt and accumulate wealth simultaneously, that's what you want to reach out and talk to me about. But you also have to invest in your future. It's not just the emergency plan, it's making sure you have a plan for retirement. Or, because many people who love what they do, they say, hey, I'm never going to retire. A plan for when you decide that you don't know, no longer want to work. When you decide you no longer want to work, right? And then number 7, which is going to be the bonus, because I said 6 when we started, but I realized I got the 6. I had one more. So number 7 is you really, really, really have to have a plan in place to protect your income. And now, like any other time, many people, thousands of people, for those of you who do not know, I'm in the DMV area, which is the DC, Maryland, and Virginia, in Northern Virginia area. And there are so many federal employees, and my heart goes out to you, and so many local government employees who are impacted, who don't know if they're going to show up to work and they're even going to be let in. And so having a plan to protect your income is even more prevalent, and it's something that we should all be doing, because we just don't know what we just don't know. So I see some of y'all in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. But those were my 6 tips. So let me give them to you one more time real quick. And if you're watching me, go ahead, drop a fireball in the chat. If this is resonating with you, click like and share. Please bring people here. I'm going to be coming live every day this week to bring some financial tips to you during the month of April. So number 1, set your goals. Number 2, understand your resources, your income and your expenses. Number 3, analyze your monthly cash flow. Do you want to spend your money that way? 4, update a budget or create a budget. I like to call it a spend plan because you're going to spend it. So you might as well have a plan for it. Tackle that high interest debt. Get that high interest debt off of you. 6, invest in your future. And 7, protect your income. And so I hope this was helpful to you. Again, drop some fireballs in the chat. Send me a DM. I got a boot camp coming up at the end of the month. I'm going to be dropping the link in about a week. But I want you to know that you have resources. And as I always tell my clients and my workshop participants and events that I speak at, you have to get involved in your finances. You have to get involved. You have to learn about money. You have to learn how it moves. You have to learn what you need to do with it. You have to learn about your money. And it's not like going to that algebraic math class that a lot of us didn't do well in. Now, there's some of y'all that liked it, and that's okay too. But I was not one of those students. I was not one of those students. And so in the comments on this chat, if you're chiming in from Facebook or YouTube, I put a list of some of my favorite books and the links that you can get them. So just to You got the 6 points, but here's some books that I like. Some of them are quick reads. Try to put them in the order of ease of reading and being able to get them done. So the first one, Money, Wealth, Life Insurance. You got to get it. Look Before You Learn, which is about retirement. The Power of Zero, which is about paying zero taxes in retirement. Closing the Racial Wealth Gap. We got to get our wealth together. So Saving Middle America. Set for Life. Why should all the white guys have all the wealth? Why should all the white guys have all the fun? Get Good with Money. Tiffany Aliche. I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Ladies, get paid. You have to get one of these books. Use the link, get it. If you feel like it's too dense, it's a tip I give to my master classes. Get the book, get the audio book too. Listen to the audio book and then read the book. Or read the book and then listen to the audio book, and it will connect for you and help you make sense. So hopefully that helps. Again, I'm your girl, Saran. I'm happy to be here. I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm not sure what time tomorrow, but I will be live again tomorrow for the rest of Financial Literacy Month. And tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit about, I had it here. I had written it down. Well, you'll find out tomorrow what we're going to talk about. Tomorrow, you'll find out what we're going to talk about. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about how to make your budget in 5 steps. So we're going to go through some of the budgeting setups in a little bit of detail, but we're going to talk about how to make a budget in 5 steps. So I will see you tomorrow on live. So if you're here, leave a comment, send me a DM. I'm happy to see you. So as usual, peace, love, and light. Let's get your money right. Bye.